Hello, I'm Ashley Oswald, a dietitian and founder at Oswald Digestive Clinic, and today we're going to talk about apple cider vinegar. So I'm sure you guys have all heard that apple cider vinegar helps with everything. Trust me, everything. If you have a scratch on your skin, apple cider vinegar. So of course I'm kidding, but I'm sure you have heard all the claims of everything that apple cider vinegar supposedly does from all these different random sources. So because of that, I'm sure you guys know it's not true, and because of that is why I created this video where I would like to share with you what the research actually shows apple cider vinegar to help with. So before we start, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell next to the subscribe button, like this video. It's all gonna help the video move up in organic search so that I can keep making these videos for you. And in this video, we're going to talk about how apple cider vinegar helps with stomach and digestion, helps with blood sugar management for diabetes, and then also whether it helps for weight loss. So if you want to hear all of that, please stick around to the end. Let's start by talking about how apple cider vinegar might or might not help with our stomach or digestion. And before we get to that, I want to just review some of the basics of the first part of our gastrointestinal or our digestive tract. So digestion, it starts in the mouth with us chewing food. We chew the food, some enzymes are secreted to start that breakdown of the food. And then it goes down our esophagus or our food pipe, and it ends up in our stomach. Our stomach is this kind of holding tank, this reservoir. It's supposed to be acidic. The acidity helps to break down the food. It helps with some mineral absorption, and it helps to kill any potentially pathogenic or harmful bacteria that might be on our food. So we want to have that acidic stomach. Having it be acidic can also help make sure the little sphincter between our stomach and our esophagus, or a little valve, stays shut when it needs to be shut, which can help prevent any of that acid reflux from coming up, if you've ever had that experience. All right, and let's keep going just for kicks and giggles. So our stomach, again, churns that food, breaks it down, starts the breakdown process where it then gets trickled into our small intestine. And that's where most of our food absorption happens, of all those vitamins and minerals and nutrients in the small intestine. Then it moves on to the large intestine, and that's where a lot of those fibers that aren't going to be absorbed in the small intestine get fermented, because most of our bacteria is in our large intestine, and that bacteria ferments it. It produces different molecules, like for example, butyrate, which is really important for our immune system, for the health of our gut lining. And then of course, the food that's not absorbed, not able to be absorbed into our body, gets excreted in stool. So today though, we're gonna rewind back on up to the stomach, because the claims that you've probably heard are on apple cider vinegar's effect on stomach acid. So again, stomach's supposed to be very acidic, and the question is, does apple cider vinegar really help to increase that stomach acidity if it's not acidic for whatever reason for a particular individual? A lot of potential root causes to not having an acidic enough stomach. Different topic for a different video. So we actually don't have research to show that it helps to increase our stomach acidity. However, I have heard of, and I have seen it help people, help with getting rid of symptoms. So we do have some cases, some instances where it actually could help. Some examples of people who were about to be put on something like a proton pump inhibitor because they were having acid reflux, and they tried using some apple cider vinegar with meals and it worked. Their symptoms got better. They didn't need to use the proton pump inhibitor. So no research, but it might be safe enough to try if you want to. Now, I will say a caution to that. Couple cautions. First, if I'm not your dietitian, don't take random advice from me from a YouTube video, because everybody is different. Second advice, if you're on a medication for your stomach already, either a proton pump inhibitor or an H2 blocker or anything else, please be cautious about taking apple cider vinegar because you might get some really negative symptoms that you won't be too thrilled about. So always check with your main healthcare provider about that. Now, the other thing that apple cider vinegar has been researched for in regards to stomach is gastroparesis. Gastroparesis simply is slow movement of the stomach. We have these muscles in our stomach lining and in our intestines too. It's this peristalsis that we call it, kind of like the muscles moving our food along, right? So with gastroparesis, it means that the nerves helping to control that stomach movement, it's just the movement isn't happening as it should. So it's slow. It can be a negative effect of diabetes, for example. So if somebody is struggling with gastroparesis, they're gonna not want to use apple cider vinegar because we do have research showing that it can make that gastroparesis worse. So don't use it if you have gastroparesis, because if we make that worse, it could set you up for getting constipation, and constipation can lead to gas and bloating and uncomfortableness, and just nobody wants that. So apple cider vinegar, to review for the stomach, it's some case reports showing it might help with acid reflux, but no research showing it increases stomach acidity, but research showing it can be harmful for gastroparesis. Now let's move on to talking about apple cider vinegar in regards to blood sugar management and diabetes. So we do have some research showing that apple cider vinegar can help with blood sugar management in people with diabetes and also with insulin sensitivity. That was actually a bit of a surprise to me. Know that there are a lot of other nutrition approaches that can really help with blood sugar management too. So I wouldn't just start drinking apple cider vinegar all day to try to get those blood sugars down. I would recommend working with a dietitian. You could even work with our clinic if you want to. We're a virtual clinic. You can go to our website, oswalddigestiveclinic.com, and schedule a 15-minute call, but there is research showing that it can help, so it could be a component of an overall plan, really depending upon what's going on with you and those blood sugars and your diabetes. So the last but not least thing that we're going to talk about in regards to apple cider vinegar is its effect on weight loss. So interestingly enough, there is research showing that apple cider vinegar can help with weight loss. In the research, it shows that it can help with decrease in weight, with decrease in waist circumference, and then decreasing a lab called the triglycerides. And the reasoning behind it might be that the property acetic acid in apple cider vinegar can slow down digestion. We talked a bit about that already, and that might help to decrease somebody's hunger or appetite, which might support weight loss and the effect of maybe not eating as much food. But know that there are a lot of potential root causes to weight loss. Don't ever judge somebody for their weight. You never know what's going on with them, or hormones, a lot of different factors. So just know that this is one piece of the big picture. But yes, we do have research showing that using some apple cider vinegar can help to support weight loss. And now, just a word on apple cider vinegar supplements. I suggest avoid them. Supplements aren't regulated, so this is partially why I work really hard to find good quality professional supplements that do third-party testing and are pure for my clients in my private practice. If you're buying just on Amazon or at Costco, know that A, it's probably not the best quality, you might be wasting your money, and B, there might be contamination of that supplement because supplements aren't regulated, you guys. And then B, apple cider vinegar supplements, that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the whole food, the Bragg's brand apple cider vinegar that's a little cloudy because it's fermented. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about drinking a whole cup of it. The research that's been done is usually on about 15 to 60 milliliters. And if you don't know what that connects to, 60 milliliters is about a quarter of a cup. If you know those little medicine cups, that's about 30 milliliters. So don't use the supplements. And again, always check with your main healthcare provider before starting anything of that sort. But to review, apple cider vinegar, we have no research to show that it helps to increase stomach acid. We have research to show that it can make gastroparesis worse. Research shows that it can help with blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity, and with improving and helping with weight loss, with decreasing waist circumference, and decreasing that triglyceride lab level. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. Go ahead and take this information. Please share it with people. Get the nutrition facts out there. Again, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more videos that I post on different topics. Comment below, let me know if there's a topic that you'd like me to discuss in a future video, or just say yes in the comments if you found this video to be helpful for you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you very soon.